In Chile, Tzu Chi volunteers assist people with financial difficulties. In Hualien, Zhuoxi, Tzu Chi volunteers help seniors renovate their living environment. Welcome to DaAi Headlines, I'm Hu Chiao. Glad to have you here. In Chile, Tzu Chi volunteers have conducted 2 community aid distributions. During the pandemic, many families face financial difficulties, and the bureau chief has requested help from Tzu Chi. The mayor also showed up at the distribution to thank Tzu Chi volunteers.
Community volunteer Jacqueline, who knows that Tzu Chi helps impoverished families, has sought help. In the morning, volunteers have brought 200 supplies and food to be distributed at the school. Students have also come to help out.
I'm able to help other people. This is a very beautiful job.
I can do my share to help people. It's a great thing.
The Taekwondo coach, who has been to Taiwan before, has a deep impression of 101 building. Now he's impressed with Tzu Chi.
There's no politics, no religious differences. It is a distribution with love and care.
City volunteers have also reached out to Lo Prado, helping 200 impoverished families. The borough chief has sought help, and the mayor has come to express his gratitude.
I'm grateful that the borough chief has contacted Tzu Chi to help families in need in the community. We got to know Tzu Chi, and I hope Tzu Chi can continue to accompany us.
12 volunteers have sacrificed their holidays to come help out.
Helping people makes me happy as I am filled with love. I'm very lucky to join the team.
Every family can receive 9 kinds of food in 2 large bags. Despite a heavy weight, they are filled with joy as the supplies can lessen their financial burdens.
In South Africa, the pandemic situation is serious and people are facing financial difficulties. Tzu Chi volunteers have been distributing supplies to different communities and charity organizations. With the invitation of Tzu Chi volunteer Li Qinglong, volunteers went to a poor industrial district and distributed rice and other supplies.
I'm sure behind these masks is the biggest smile we've ever seen.
In Chender Industrial District in Johannesburg, in a slum area with wooden boards and zinc boards, 120,000 people struggle to live.
Poverty, jobs, no jobs.
City volunteer Li Qinglong, whose business is in the industrial district, has called factory owners and employees to do good deeds.
What religion you are, or what class you are, all that matters is the love in your heart, my brother, my sister. All that matters is the love in your heart.
Happy. Thank you, Tzu Chi. Thank you.
Rice is a symbol of growth. All you do to rice is add water. And water makes the rice expand and grow. That is why you are receiving rice.
They're not only supporting themselves, they're supporting a few families, and I think that's very important, and I'm very grateful for DaAi and for Mr. Li.
Despite the pandemic, as volunteers deliver supplies to the needy, they have also brought love and hope.
The Mid-Autumn Festival is fast approaching, and Tzu Chi volunteers in Penghu personally pack gift boxes and send their blessings to care recipients. On special holidays like this, it is very important to express care and compassion.
Packing the Mid-Autumn Festival gift boxes and personally delivering blessings to homes has become even more important during the pandemic. This family's 3 brothers specially cleaned up to welcome the arrival of volunteers.
All 3 of you have helped with housework. Whoa, that's great.
For a single dad, it's not easy to take care of 3 children. It's the volunteers who taught them to share housework.
We guided these children to do housework and cleaning so that they can learn to do it and make their dad feel more at ease.
And this 90-year-old grandmother is also looking forward to meeting the volunteers.
Every time we go, we're reminded this is the love of Dharma masters at the Jingsi abode, so they have very deep feelings. She said that only Tzu volunteers remember them.
Whenever they meet, there will always be good words. No matter how difficult things are, there's always someone to talk to.
Tzu Chi Foundation is giving disadvantaged children computers so they can engage in online learning. Before the computers can be given to the recipients, the software and hardware have to be adjusted to fit students' needs. Let's take a look.
Tzu Chi volunteers teach the community volunteers how to set up these new computers.
When the care recipient receives the computer and turns it on, they will be able to see their name personalized on the screen. It adds an extra touch.
The computers are brand new and some installation is required. So we are thankful for the assistance of these volunteers to help the children, so we may complete this mission.
The detailed care has been paid attention to, and the laptops also come in different sizes.
Some of the elementary students have calculations and they need to use the number keyboards, so the laptops for that are bigger.
The new computer arrives in the hands of young sister Zhen.
The screen is bigger and easier on the eyes for the kids. Otherwise, honestly, a laptop can cost 20 to 30,000 each. It's not something we can afford. He was really looking forward to it, and he was very happy. It's nice that he doesn't have to continue staring at such a small cell phone screen.
Ms. Li has been raising her 6 kids on her own, with her eldest daughter going into 8th grade.
The laptop screen is bigger. It's easier to use.
Gathered up the love of society, the kids welcome this new gift for the new school year, so they may continue their learning without fail.
In Hualien, there's a 66-year-old recycling volunteer named Zhang Pingmei. 20 years ago, after the establishment of Fuxing Recycling Station, Zhang Pingmei was introduced to recycling by Tzu Chi volunteer Liang Yuzhu. In 1996, Pingmei's husband passed away, leaving her heartbroken. But after doing recycling, she slowly walked out of sadness. Moreover, Tzu Chi volunteer Chenling Biyun provided her home's first floor as a recycling point, a good place to do good deeds.
She washes cans and cups. She keeps on washing items. She loves cleanliness, so she does it well, or else this place will have a lot of cockroaches and rats. I'm very impressed by her since she comes here after she wakes up.
Feeling bad for Zhang Pingmei recycling under the hot sun, Chenling Biyun provided her home's first floor as a recycling point.
You pack it like this? We'll wash it first, right? Whoa, you also cut the tags off.
If someone drinks and throws the bottle on the floor, I feel uncomfortable, so I'll pick it up. I think our community needs to be clean. It makes me feel more comfortable.
Arriving in the morning and night, recycling for 18 hours a day, this habit of Zhang Pingmei started after her husband passed away.
After my husband passed away, I felt sad, but I can't change anything. So I'm here to do recycling. While recycling, I can forget unhappy feelings. I won't think about it.
My mother is doing recycling under Tzu Chi. After my father passed away, she has at least found balance in life here.
Doing recycling for over 20 years, Zhang Pingmei's kind and loving actions have benefited her community and Earth. In Taiwan, Tzu Chi Foundation is promoting home improvement for seniors in Zhuoxi. They have worked hard to improve the living environments of many seniors. Among them, Grandma Gao suffers from poor vision. She could easily fall at home because ground is not leveled. Now that volunteers have leveled her home ground, she can live more safely and with comfort.
修的差不多了嘛，所以想说来看一下你啊。
怕你又摔倒了，我们帮他做这个无障碍啊。
这个本来是怎样？
本来高低落差差不多有15公分。
你这样走，现在觉得感觉如何？
很好。
上次是怎么样？嘿，
这个要摸这个，
要摸起来。
哦，
要不然我不知道，
就掉下去了。
Grandma Gao's old house is being destroyed by a fire. She's using an abandoned pig house as her kitchen.
我这个没有蟑螂。
有啦，你清的时候，你在注射，你在整理的时候，关起来都是，你这个养猪的地方都是这个猪在出的时候。
Her right eye has become blind after being pierced by a tree branch. Grandma Gao's left eye is left with 0.1 vision. She fell often at home. Therefore, volunteers have leveled the ground with cement.
At night, chickens will come inside to look for food. Look, these are chickens' footprints. Has become very slippery proof.
Thank you very much.
The kitchen floor is very flat. For her, this is very convenient. In the past, she did not have the ability to improve the house conditions.
What makes people admire Grandma Gao is that she has planted many fruit trees.
I'm very hardworking. If I take breaks, I will fall ill. I will do as much as I can. The heavenly beings will help me.
Often encourage her. We Tzu Chi volunteers will help her a little bit. Give her a lift and she can get back on her feet again.
Volunteers also install lighting equipment on the path leading to her house. The volunteers hope that with the lights, the residents can live with peace of mind.
Following the previous report of home improvements for seniors in Zhuoxi, Hualien, Tzu Chi volunteers have helped renovate 40 households for more than 10 days. These projects are mainly carried out by 4 volunteers working together. They carefully evaluate the residents' conditions and provide the much-needed help. Let's take a look.
Mr. Chen, who lives alone, is paralyzed on right side of his body due to a stroke. It's hard for him to go to the toilet.
He sat down and couldn't get up. We replaced it with a new toilet and raised the height of the toilet. Add a handrail to the wall to make him safer.
A volunteer removes the old toilet while another volunteer prepares cement mixing. Even help Mr. Chen pave the passage from the living room to the bedroom.
Most of us are volunteers in the International Disaster Relief Team. Due to pandemic, we couldn't go abroad. However, because of home improvement for seniors in Yuli, we came to help prevent them from falling down again. If the seniors fall down, they will be weakened.
Volunteers did not sit idle while waiting for the materials. They improved 5 to 6 households each day. Among them, Mr. Ma's house. After changing from a squat to a sitting toilet, it is much easier to use.
The toilet used to be squatting. It was flat. I have to grab this when I want to get up. It's very hard.
We can help their tribe's life, which is the warmest I feel. They are also very good to us.
I really appreciate the Tzu Chi Foundation. They helped me with light and a toilet. They did a great job.
You have to walk or your muscles will slowly weaken. These elders are really depressed. We really feel for them. We only need to give them a little encouragement and support, and they will be able to stand up.
In New Taipei City, there's a couple who have been caring for their 96-year-old mother. Since they live on the 3rd floor of an old apartment, when a senior needs help, it is difficult to carry her to the 1st floor. The couple requested help from a Tzu Chi volunteer, Yu Mei, as she is here to help.
Okay, lift up. This side is heavier. You must exert strength. If the weight is heavy, you can pull on this side. That's right.
Yu Yuemei, who is good at sewing, has learned of her friend's needs and therefore designed a patient transfer device.
Because my husband, my son, and me, 4 people have to work together to carry her. My mother-in-law has a feeding tube, oxygen generator, and urinary catheter, so it is hard to carry her. Then Sister Yu helped me design the patient transfer device, which is convenient.
I've seen people use the transfer device and move a person with 2 people. I thought one can hand this on the neck and pull it through his hand. He can pull like this, which is better. I look everywhere for the material. I used to buy the material to make purse. I make purse by myself.
Yu makes the best use of the materials and helps people with their skills.
She asked me to pick one from 2 pieces. I thought that you will care recipient, the one on 5th floor, can carry the person. To carry a woman, the 150 centimeters one is enough.
For people who need help, we need some assistive devices. With one more item for us during the transfer, it'll be more convenient. It can also increase our efficiency.
With the experience of conducting home visits and caring for their families, volunteers provide assistive devices for families in need. In Sanchong, New Taipei City, Tzu Chi care recipient Mr. Lin has suffered a stroke for 3 years. Due to the pandemic, he has not been doing rehabilitation and therefore his physical conditions have worsened. To make him feel better to getting up from bed, his wife has applied for an electric bed from Tzu Chi's assistive device platform. Here's more.
Without an elevator, how does one move a 100-kilogram electric bed to the patient's home? It has become a challenge for city volunteers. After exerting much energy, 4 volunteers whose total age is over 200 years old have moved the electric bed to the patient's home on the 4th floor. With the experience of moving the bed upstairs, volunteers feel that moving the bed into the bedroom is a less challenging task. After placing the bed, volunteers give the family members instructions on using the bed.
This bed can be raised. If you want to lower it, sometimes you need to lift him or something. You feel that this needs to be higher, you can raise it.
The patient who needs this bed is Mr. Lin, who suffered a stroke. Due to the pandemic, he has not been doing rehabilitation, and therefore his health condition has not improved. His wife is worried that he might hurt his waist lying on regular bed, so she applied for the electric bed.
Due to the pandemic, his physical conditions have been deteriorating and he could not get up. I mentioned this to the volunteer. I said there is bed with railings. If he can hold onto it, it could lessen the pressure on his waist.
Tzu Chi's assistive device platform has fulfilled the needs of Mrs. Lin. They hope the patient can feel more at ease using the electric bed.
In recent years, many people have paid attention to the leopard cat. One individual promoting the conservation of this animal is Hu Chiao, an assistant researcher at the Taiwan Endemic Species Research Institute. Ling is always full of enthusiasm and is constantly thinking of ways to help farmers pursue a different path to help advance leopard cat conservation.
In the summer, the sound of cicadas is something that many hear. However, there is also a hidden sound deep in the mountains and forests. This is a sound that Lin Yu pursues.
The sound here is relatively strong. You see, the sound is not intermittent. It may be moving. I feel relief when I hear this sound. It's a reassuring sound. It means that it is living and is safe.
After the extinction of the Formosan clouded leopard, the leopard cat is the only surviving native cat in Taiwan. Li Qinglong is an assistant researcher at the Taiwan Endemic Species Research Institute, leads a research and conservation team, and is dedicated to long-term care of the leopard cat, including post-release tracking, field research, individual care in captivity, and promoting leopard cat-friendly farming practices.
The forest above there is almost all given to the leopard cat.
This banana orchard in Zhongliao Township, Nantou, has cultivated grass with the weeds deliberately preserved.
When the dry winter comes, the dry grass can preserve moisture. In the summer, when it's moist, it can help you evaporate the moisture and keep it dry.
I'm so old, if I don't become an organic farmer and avoid pesticides, I wouldn't be able to stand it anymore.
No longer going back to the old ways of farming, Zhang Yuanpei's orchard photographed a leopard cat twice, and the most recent time was a mother and cub turning up.
I photographed a leopard cat here. At first, I was surprised because the surveillance camera was installed in this tree. This has been here for 3 years. The first year we photographed it, and in the second year we photographed a pangolin.
We now set up a cooperative, which is cleaned and sterilized, then refrigerated and ripened the fruit before sending it to distributors.
In the beginning, we actually only had one shop, but the quantity was really too small. Later, because we met Yu Chiao and the others, farmers slowly gathered together.
The leopard cat-friendly farming badge bears witness to the determination of farmers to protect the land.
She created a new opportunity for us to sell our bananas.
The civil servant not only cares for leopard cats, but also has good ideas that can help farmers find new opportunity to thrive.
Conservation of the leopard cat can actually help farmers. The Hu Chiao from the public sector walks into the farmland to take up this heavy task.
During this period, there may also be obstacles, but I actually meet a lot of people who are really kind to this land and are willing to work hard together.
Tests and challenges and constantly adapting, what has remained the same is the concept of working with nature and treating the environment the best we can.
In the Philippines, the pandemic is still serious as Tzu Chi plans to distribute daily supplies and food to the disadvantaged starting this September. The first distribution is held at Tzu Chi Philippines chapter grounds, helping Tzu Chi scholarship recipients and jeepney drivers. These drivers also help deliver supplies to people with movement disabilities. Thank you for tuning in. Goodbye.